Hi, I'm Beverly Baird. Welcome back for our second computer break using some yoga. A lot of sitting can cause us to do a lot of rounding in our upper back. So this standing computer break practice is focused mostly on opening up the low back, but we'll do something for the whole spine. So I invite you to step away from your computer. I'm going to bring my chair with me. So if you have a chair, a wall is a good place to have for a little stability. So you might want to step near a wall. Or a closed door, just make sure no one's going to come in the door. You might want to lock it, make sure that you're going to be safe. So when you come and stand away from your computer, take your feet a little wide and take some just gentle swings with your arms, empty coat sleeves, right, back and forth, just to loosen up, right, anything that might be tight in the hips, the upper back. And come to stillness with your feet still wide. Take one hand up and reach and stretch. Feel a nice stretch all down that side. Come back to the center, and let's do that a couple more times. So reaching and stretching, creating some space. And the space might be as much in your mind. You're looking for creativity, right, or new ideas. Let's do one more on this side. Maybe stay here for a breath. And come on back to center. Take a moment to notice how that shoulder is feeling as opposed to the other side. And I'll take it to the other side. So arm comes up and we reach across. Notice my opposite hand is just sliding down the outside of my thigh for support. I'm following my breaths, inhaling, reach. Exhaling, coming back. And one more time, reach, and we'll pause here. Good, and come on back. Good, release your arm down. Roll your shoulders a little bit, take a moment. All right, so the upper back can get very rounded forward. So let's work on opening up. So choose one shoulder to start with. I'm gonna start with my right shoulder. And just start to make shoulder circles. And we're gonna focus on moving back because we're probably already very rounded forward in the upper back. And after a few moments, I'm gonna start bending my elbow and making those circles a little bit bigger. And then I'll start lifting my elbow up so the circles get even larger. And you'll have to modify depending on what's happening in your shoulder. And then I'm going to take my arm in great big circles, great big arcs. Working through that whole rotator cuff. One more circle and relax that arm. Let's try the other side now. So starting small, circling. Then inviting the elbow in, the circles get a little bigger. And then really lifting that elbow. And now taking nice big circles. And you can bend your elbow as much as you need to. Let's take two more circles. Good. And release that arm down. Nice job. Let's come over to the wall now. I'm going to use my hand on the wall. Again, if you don't have free wall space, back of a door works, so you can use your chair. And I'm going to open up the front of the quads a little bit. So I'm going to bend my knee and grab my ankle or the top of my foot, drawing the heel towards the buttocks. If you can't quite reach your ankle, right, another option here is to grab the pant leg, or you could make use of your chair. So I'll bring that here to my side. And holding onto the wall for support, I could use this as a place to kind of bring it part way up and then the rest of the way. Best you can, you want to work the knees towards each other and parallel, so you don't want the knee way out in front or way out to the side. Try and keep them even. Right? You might have to look down to see, are my thighs and my knees even? Breathe as you open up the front of the thigh and into the hip flexors. And then release. We'll go to the other side. You could turn around. I'm going to do it right here. Right? So I'm going to turn my chair around here so I can hold the back of that instead. And then the other leg, grabbing the foot or the pant leg, working to bring the knees and the thighs in alignment. Like drawing the elbow back, trying to open up and stretch across the collarbones a little bit here. A couple of breaths. and then release it. I'm going to move my chair out of my way here. Now we're going to come to the wall to work a little bit more on upper back. So come to a place where you can lean your back against the wall and stand up nice and tall. And you may notice, right, that there are parts of your spine that don't touch. And if you take your head back, it might feel like you're actually back bending here. Right, so just standing here, pressing your head back can be really great for counteracting that forward folding that comes from being on our electronic devices so much. So now let's add our arms in. So I'm going to inhale, bending the elbows and bringing them up and taking the back of the hands towards the wall. And I'm feeling a big stretch across the front of my chest. And then exhale, lower them down. Let's do that a couple more times. Inhale, hands come up, pressing back, elbows back. Exhaling down. 2 more. Inhale, coming up. Notice we pause here. Exhale, release. And 1 more time. Inhale, reach up. And then release the arms down. Good. Step away from the wall now and take your palm to the wall. You want to step far enough away so that your elbow is straight. We're going to bring the hand about shoulder height. And already here, you might feel some tightness right in the under wrist area. So if that's really uncomfortable, bring a little softness into your elbow. And over time, you can work towards bringing that elbow more straight. Helps to work on that carpal tunnel. So press the wall away best that you can. And now take your head and turn it away from the arm. And notice what you feel in the neck, upper back, upper collarbones. And come back to center. Let's turn the head away from the arm again. And this time, drop your chin slowly towards your shoulder. And then lift your chin and look slightly up. We're going to do that a couple more times. So looking down. Use your in-breath to look up. Exhale, look down. This time, let's pause as we look down and take a little tiny shake forward and back as if you're saying no. Right? Being aware of any sensations in the opposite side of the neck, and then coming to stillness. Let your chin drop towards your chest, come to center, release your arm, and come up to center. And notice, sit for a moment with all the sensations in that arm. We're going to repeat it on the other side, so I'll have to turn my back to you to do this. But you're going to press your hand into the wall, elbow straight. And you may notice already a difference in sensation from one side to the other. Take a moment here. If you feel that stretch, remember you can always soften the elbow a little. And now take your head and turn it away from the hand and back to the center. Turn it away and back to center. And now let's drop the ears. We're going to drop the ear towards the shoulder. And come back to center. And drop the ear and come back to center. And let's go back to turning, look over the shoulder. We did this on the other side. And look down. And then look up. Look down. And look up. And this next time as you look down, we're going to stay here and take that little side to side nod. A little no here. Then drop your chin towards your chest. Release your arm, bring head up to center, and take a moment to see how both arms are feeling. 1 more stretch here at the wall to open up the upper body. So for this one, you're going to face the wall. And if you don't have a big space as I do here, standing in a door frame where you can hold onto the edge of the door works really well. So I'm going to hold the outer edge of the frame, and I'm facing the wall. And now I'm going to begin to take little tiny steps with my feet to turn my upper body away. Right? And you'll get to a place where you're getting a lot of sensation, a lot of stretching into the pectoral muscles. Pause, breathe. If after a couple of breaths you feel you can walk a little further, I'm keeping my body very close to the door. Don't move into a place of pain or aggravate an existing injury. Keep breathing here. And when you're ready to come out, take those little tiny baby steps back towards the wall. And release that arm down, give the shoulder a roll. And then we'll repeat on the other side. So I'm going to just extend my arm out here, again, facing the wall. And as I'm ready, I'm going to start those tiny baby steps away. Right? So I come to a place where I'm feeling a nice stretch in the front of the shoulder, but it's not pain. I'm going to stop here where I have sensation, take a couple breaths. And then if I feel I can walk a little further and go a little deeper into the stretch, and you may find one side is different from the other. Take another breath. You're welcome to stay here longer, but I'm going to walk back towards center. Release my arm and come back to center. Give the shoulders a roll. All right, bringing your hands behind you, interlace your fingers, draw the hands down towards the tailbone, draw the shoulders back, and feel that nice stretch in the front. And then releasing your arms. Again, take some shoulder rolls, any direction you like. Maybe take that little swing side to side. And come back to standing. And you're ready to come back and work at your desk. So I hope this second computer break and a couple standing poses help to open up some of the areas that become tight and congested in your body so that you can get back to the busy work that you have to do. Thanks for practicing with me today. I'll see you again soon.